The chances of winning the constructors' titles for McLaren is likely very high, seeing the current form of Sergio and looking at the average score earned by both the teams. In last 7 races, McLaren could lead the championship at United States GP. I know it will be hard to digest for Red Bull fans. Can Lando Norris win the Drivers' Championship? Currently, he is sitting at 199 points, 78 points behind Max Verstappen, who is leading the Drivers' Championship at 277 points. If we assume that Lando can win all the remaining races with Max being P2, then Lando will still lose the championship by 8 points. If he could manage to take fastest lap, then he can win. If we go furthermore ahead and take the average points scored by Max and Lando till now, then also Max is winning by 149 points. If we take the average points scored in first 7 races by both drivers, then also Max is winning by 202 points. And if we take the average points scored in last 7 races by both, then also Max is winning by 103 points. So, you could see how hard it will be for Lando to beat Max for World Championship. If Max will have 1 or 2 DNF, then scenario could change, or if he finishes below P5 in 2 or more races and Lando winning those races could ignite his hope for title fight, and Max won't let that happen. After the upgrades brought at Miami GP, MCL 38 is flying. This car adapts to the majority of track, however. One thing is still missing. You know what? That is win. They are struggling to convert their poles into win due to driver or strategy errors. Lately, we have started to see a lot of silly errors by Lando Norris, although he himself acknowledges that too. Is Lando Norris getting choked? Is he a choker? This isn't the first time that he has been racing. He raced in F2 and F3 as well. Then why did his race starts are so disastrous? Formula 1 is high-pressure job, and when you are fighting for championships it gets into another level, and I guess he is not able to soak up the pressure. Just remember what happened to Sebastian Vettel in 2018. He was fighting for World Championship, and at one point of time he was leading the championship too. However, he started to make a lot of mistakes along with poor strategies, which ended his dream to be 5th-time Formula World Champion. Here we can see Sebastian Vettel, who is a 4-time world champion and raced alongside many champions and legends, is still feeling the pressure. I guess this is what makes a champion. We have seen Max making a lot of mistakes these days. Usually we don't see from him, and let's not forget about Lewis Hamilton. We don't see such errors from him. Can Oscar be the lead driver? I don't know how much you agree with me, but I think Oscar has a great potential to be a world champion. I know this year he can't hope for that. It's too late now. However, for 2025 he should be ready. Oscar has what it takes to be a champion, and he has shown this multiple times now. Whenever there is a chance, he never misses it. He is calm, composed, and ready to fight. He doesn't make silly mistakes, and in some of the tracks he has outscored his teammate Lando. And let's not forget upgrades were given to Lando first. This could have been also impacted his performance a bit. Red Bull's advisor Dr. Helmut Marko says, I don't know what the points difference is between the 2 McLaren drivers, but it seems Piastri is mentally the stronger one. Oscar has gradually closed the gap to Lando and is even faster at times. But we will see how the decision turns out. But I guess Helmut Marko's focus should be on his drivers. McLaren team CEO Zak Brown says, obviously as we get later into the season, depending on where Lando is, if there's areas that Oscar can help support in his quest for the championship, we also are chasing a Constructors' Championship. It'll be something that Andrea takes a view on. That's probably a race-by-race thing. You'd never really want to compromise a big result for Oscar. Can he help him in some other ways? I think we'll just take it one race at a time. With Norris and Piastri looking in fine form this season, an F1 2024 title challenge should most certainly not be ruled out. Coming to team principal Andrea Stella, he is doing stellar job. Stella doing a stellar job. Recently his contract has been extended to a multi-year. Stella is very confident and optimistic for second part of the season. He says that MCL 38 performs exactly as they want it to be though. Low downforce tracks are still a concerning point for MCL 38, but he believes that with the upcoming upgrades they would be able to solve this issue. He also says that Red Bull had brought more developments than them by looking at the FIA submissions, and he thinks that they are in good condition to cash in some of this development that they have accrued, and I would expect that for the second part of the season they will have, at multiple times, some new parts, which will boost their performance. He also added that, in a way, I'm surprised that we've been so competitive, considering that from Miami onwards, we haven't brought trackside many new parts. So, It means that, obviously, the Miami upgrade was big, but there's some upgrades that will come in the second part of the season. This season has been a tricky one. When pushing the car beyond its limits, issues arises as we have seen with Aston Martin, Red Bull, Ferrari, and RB. All these teams are still struggling to maximize the performance with upgrades, however failed in doing so. So, what I think Oscar Piastri should work in favor of the team in Lando. As this season won't bring him any closer to the Drivers' Championship, it would be better to put all his focus towards Constructors' Championship, and Lando should be fully focused on winning the races by converting poles to wins, which is a mandate at this point. There is no scope of errors, excuses, or stubborn decisions. If Lando cannot take this seriously enough, then he can say bye to his championship trophy and probably lead driver position in McLaren for 2025 season. After summer break, who do you think will gain the momentum? 2 or 3 tenths can make a huge difference. Can Red Bull bounce back? Or this year we will see McLaren as the world champions? Let me know in the comments below. See you all in my next video. Until then, like, share, subscribe, take care, bye.